Have you ever felt that? You're supposed to be hosting a party, but instead of being excited, you're just dreading it. Well, it turns out you're not alone. Today, we're diving into the psychology of the reluctant host and what's really going on in your brain when you know guests are on the way.
So, okay, picture this. You've sent out the invites, the event is planned, but instead of that little buzz of excitement, you just feel tense. There's this knot in your stomach. And maybe you even feel a little guilty about feeling that way. If any of that sounds familiar, you're going to want to stick around.
You know, it's so easy to just label yourself antisocial or maybe a bad friend when you feel this way. But what if I told you that's not it at all? Seriously, the truth has way less to do with your personality and everything to do with how your brain is actually wired to handle your space and your energy.
So, where do we start? Well, the very first clue to understanding all this anxiety, it really begins with this deep, almost primal connection we all have with our home. It's a concept called territorial stress. And yeah, it sounds a little dramatic, but think about it. Your home isn't just four walls and a roof, right? It's your sanctuary. It's an extension of who you are. So when other people enter that space, your brain can subconsciously see it as a tiny little invasion, a slight loss of control. And this really lays it all out, doesn't it? Before guests arrive, your space is your sanctuary. You have total control, it's your safe zone. But the moment guests arrive, that shifts. Suddenly, there's a loss of control, a bit of uncertainty. Even when the intruder is a friend you love, that shift can be really jarring for your brain.
All right, you're ready for the second piece of the puzzle? This one is all about the invisible mental marathon that your brain runs every single time you have company over.
Have you ever wondered why you feel so incredibly drained after hosting, even if it was fun? Well, it's because of this thing called sustained social monitoring. Your brain is working overtime, constantly scanning the room, trying to make sure everyone is happy, everyone is comfortable. It is a really high-demand job, and it is absolutely exhausting.
I mean, this analogy is just perfect. Your brain literally becomes an air traffic controller. It's not just relaxing, it's actively tracking all these different flights at once. The flow of conversation, people's body language, are the glasses empty, is the music too loud? It is such a complex, energy-sucking job that's just running in the background the entire time.
And this is what it sounds like in your head, right? A constant loop. Is the music okay? Are they comfortable? Oh gosh, what do I say next? Does she need another drink? Are they actually having a good time? Is anyone feeling left out? Every single one of these questions is like a small withdrawal from your mental energy bank. No wonder you feel bankrupt by the end of the night.
Okay, so our third and final clue. This one is all about your brain's secret love affair with predictability. See, your brain is a creature of habit. It loves to run on autopilot.
The scientific term for this is structure dependence. A great way to think about your brain is like a smartphone. Your daily routines, that's its low power mode. It allows it to just hum along, conserving all that precious energy for more important stuff.
And a guest, no matter how much you love having them over, is a beautiful disruption to that whole system. They basically walk in and flip the switch in your brain from autopilot to manual control. All of a sudden, every little action is more calculated. And that, my friends, is a massive energy drain.
So, now let's put all three of these clues together, because this is where the whole picture really comes into focus. And trust me, this isn't about you being a bad host or anything like that. It's just science.
So let's just say this loud and clear. That anxiety you feel about hosting is not a character flaw. It's your brain's completely normal, predictable response to a perfect storm of challenges. Having to manage its space, manage a huge amount of social energy, and being pulled out of its comfortable routine.
And this chart just breaks it all down perfectly. That feeling of being protective of your space, that's territorial stress, because your home is a part of you. Feeling mentally exhausted after a party, you can thank sustained social monitoring for that. And that unsettled, on-edge feeling, that's just your brain's autopilot being switched off. See? It's not you, it's science.
So now you know. This is a normal biological response, not some personal failing. And honestly, knowing this is like giving yourself a permission slip to rewrite the rules. You don't have to host the way you think you're supposed to. So the real question becomes, now that you know why you feel this way, how might you host differently, in a way that actually respects how your brain works?